Hi there, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will show you two different styles of macrame plant hanger. This is very simple and easy for beginners like me. So let's start with this beautiful white plant hanger with wooden rings and beads. For this, I use 3mm 3-ply macrame cord cut into 2 pieces 11 feet, 4 pieces 8 feet, 1 wooden ring, and 3 pieces of wooden beads. You don't have to worry if you don't have the wooden ring and beads at home because I also made one without the ring and the beads. So please keep watching this video until the end. Okay, so I already folded the cords in half and looped through the ring. Make sure to put your 4 shorter cords at the center and that 2 that are quite longer on the outer ends. I want to make spiral knots for this one, so I'm gonna use these longer cords as my working cords, and I'm gonna go over the center these cords using my left working cord, placing my right working cord over the left and then under through the loop, and then just tighten it. Make sure that all these center cords are perfectly in place. Repeat the pattern using your left hand only, or if you feel more comfortable, you can do it using your right hand. Remember the sequence: left over, right over, under, and through the loop. You can repeat this as you desire, but in this case, I made a total of 20 knots. I'm only using 3mm cord for this one because my plant pot isn't that big and it only measures 4.5 by 4.5 inches. And then after this, I'm gonna start with a new set of my knots. Divide these cords into 3, having 4 cords in each group. Make sure the cords you're taking are lined up because we want it to come out nicely, so I'm taking this. For this, I'm leaving 6 inches space before I started with my next set of knots, and then just do the same thing. So I'm making 2 knots before I add my bead. By the way, I got this macrame kit from Amazon. I'm gonna link it in the description box if you want to check this item. I inserted my 2 center cords through my bead and I will make another 2 knots. By the way, this knot is called half square knot or spiral knot. I only use one kind of knot for this in purpose, so it will be very easy for the beginners. And then you just have to repeat the process for the remaining 2 sets of cords. Make sure that all your starting knots are all lined up. after this, we have to attach the bottom cords. So I'm gonna take 2 cords from each set, making sure that these cords are lined up. So I'm taking these 2. I'm gonna leave 3 inches space before I start again with my knots, and in this part I'm doing 4 knots, and then you just have to repeat the process for the rest of the cords. I'm taking my pot, making sure it will sit nicely. This is how it will look like. So I'm doing the same process, leaving 2 inches space before my knot, taking 2 cords from each of the adjacent lines. After this, gather all your cords. We are almost done. I'm leaving another 2 inches space, and then using a piece of cord for our gathering knot, make sure that all the cords are nicely together, not crisscross, or else your pot's not gonna sit in there properly. Using a piece of cord, just make a loop facing down and just loop it around tightly because we don't want our pot to fall. And then when it's finished, put the end of the cord through the loop and then pull the top cord nice and tight. Then you just have to trim those excess cords from the gathering knot and that at the end of the cords at your desired length. Arrange your pot, and there you have it. We're done with our simple and easy plant hanger. So now let's proceed with the next one. This is when you don't have the ring and the beads. So you just have to find the flat surface where you can work with your cords, and I'm doing this on the floor. For this, I used 2 pieces 11 feet and 6 pieces 8 feet cords. I am also making a different design for this one. That's why I added another 2 8 feet cords. So using an extra cord, I just gathered all the cords and using a piece of tape to help my cords stay in place, and in that way it will be easier to work on. Okay, same thing, you have to put the longer cords to the outer, and then we'll use this as our working cord. So the knot we're using here is square knot. This is basically spiral knot but alternating with your left and the right hand. So let's start with the left one because this is where I'm comfortable to work with, and remember the over, under, and through the loop, and then tighten. So in this part, I'm taking my right over the cords and then my left over the right and under and through the loop, and then tighten. Then we have one square knot. Just repeat the steps for this one. I did 5 sets of square knots on each side for a total of 10 square knots. Now fold your cords into half, forming a loop. And then secure it with a gathering knot. Just make a loop facing down and loop it around your cords. And at the end, place the cord through the loop and pull the other end to tighten it. Cords, and then we have our ring. Let's now move on to the knots. I have separated the cords into 4 groups, 4 cords each, and I started my 8 sets of square knots with 7 inches space from the ring by doing the same step for the rest of the cords. And then after that, I continue working with the 2 sets of square knots with 3 inches space. This time, I hang my cords because it's easier for me to work with. Continue with your knots. After this, I leave 2 inches space and did another 2 sets of square knots. See, this is how it will look like at the end. Now let's finish our macrame plant hanger by tying all the cords with a gathering knot. And there you have it. Thank you for watching. If you learned from this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment for your insights and suggestions. Thank you!